Kevin Maloney of NJPASchoolsports.com, powered by Princeton Spine and Sports Medicine. Here with Burlington Township head coach Tom Madeira. Tom, the season is finally upon us, the months of the off season and preseason camp and even practice this week. I'm sure, you know, a guy like you, this is clockwork this time of the year. I'm sure you're pretty excited about the season getting underway.
Well, I think anybody that's involved in athletics, football especially, gets excited this time of year. You know, you want the chill to get in the air, you smell the grass, and you want to start playing games.
Well, and you have a great one this Friday night, Hopewell Valley, the defending Group 3 Central champions. It's a game we're going to have on the air on 9:20 a.m. The Voice, 920thevoice.com, and also via the TuneIn app. You get the TuneIn app, you can download 920, you can listen right on your smartphone there. So pregame starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7, but it's a challenge. It's a great way to open up the season. I mean, you know, they lost some key guys, but they returned some key guys, so I'm sure it's going to be a test for you.
Looking at them on film and then knowing what I know about them from last year, they were very, very physical last year, big and physical. They lost their quarterback, who I thought was a great kid, but their line, both offensively and defensively, a lot of those kids are coming back, and they're very, very physical, very tough. And the toughest thing about it, it's a conference game. I'd like to open up with a couple non-conference games, almost, you know, but they throw a conference game at you, and they throw, in my opinion, the leading contender to win the conference.
You know, any new season brings changes. Guys graduate, and some guys, you know, just move on, opt not to play. But this year, you deal with a few different guys moving on. 2 transfer, including your quarterback the last few years, Khalil Troutman, and then 2 guys moved out of state, and then 2 guys opted not to play. So I guess that's just one bump that you have to overcome early in the season, and when you're bound to overcome a few of those. Yeah,
well, that's one you're not planning on. When guys graduate, you see that coming. You don't see kids transferring. You don't see the kids moving. You don't see 2 kids not deciding not to play. That really threw us. I mean, that really hurt us on the offensive and defensive line. And then we lost probably our best player, best athlete, best skill player, Sam Gillison, in practice, running a route, stopped the plant, and his knee buckled, and he's out for the season. You feel bad for him because he's a senior, and, you know, we hope we can get him into prep school next year so he can have another senior year for colleges. But yes, stuff we didn't plan on, but by now it is what it is. You know, guys got to step up, and it's their turn. They've got to step up and make things happen.
Well, haven't got an opportunity to see your teams the last few years, especially since 2010 when the West Jersey Football League came into play. You guys always have athletes down here, and it seems like you have another one under center, and Aaron Rodgers, not spelled the same way as the Green Bay quarterback's name is spelled, but he's a guy who played free safety for you the last few years. He's being recruited to play safety at the Division I level, and you're asking him to slide under center this year.
Yeah, it's really unfair to him. It really is. But, you know, when July came in and Khalil didn't show up, you know, I got to take a kid that hasn't played quarterback since his freshman year and say, Aaron, you got to be our quarterback. And it's not fair to him, but he's done a tremendous job. I mean, just from day one, he's gotten better and better every week. He had a great scrimmage last week. He's a tremendous athlete. But you're really being unfair to a kid who started as defensive back for 2 years and say, hey, be quarterback now. Because quarterback's the toughest position on the field. But so far, he's done a great job, and, you know, hopefully he'll have a good season.
You also have some other senior leaders come back, Kenny Alexander, Eddie Rubin, Colton Nutt-Brown. These are guys who you're going to lean heavily upon as well.
Yeah, they're guys that have experience. They're guys. Kenny's will be a 3-year starter for us. Colton and Eddie will be 2-year starters. John Edgefor will be a 3-year starter at defensive line, and we'll put him on the offensive line for a little bit. Most of our seniors are going to be at least 2-3-year starters, and that helps. But then we jumped down, and we were playing a lot of sophomores. Great freshman class. We had a great freshman class
Undefeated
last year.
Undefeated.
Yep. But freshman football is freshman football. Now it's the big time. All of a sudden, you know, varsity football is just a little different. So we're going to be a little thin in terms of experience.
If it's a long season, but if there's one key for you guys this year, what would it be?
No question, stay healthy. Very thin on the offense and defensive line. Again, we had 2 kids decide not to come out, one starting defensive lineman, one starting offensive lineman, and play defense too. So we're just thin on that side of the ball. We have a little bit more flexibility with our skill positions. As you said, you know, we've had athletes in the past, and we still have them. Just wish you had more big kids.
Well, once again, this Friday night right here at Edward Steinmetz Field, kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Pre-game on 9:20 a.m. The Voice, 920thevoice.com, and via the TuneIn app at 6:30. We're looking forward to it. All the best this season, Coach.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Look forward to it.